Previously on the Stanley Cup playoffs.
How about 47 saves on the night, and the Winnipeg Jets have an early lead in this showdown.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue tonight on NBCSN.
we're going to see a triple tank defense with the Mercy instead of a Moira.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Yeah, it looks like the defense here from Spacebound, they're just going to be running the Lucio Mercy combination, just triple tanking it with Flying Claw on that Looper. I'm expecting a tank-heavy comp, but we have a dive actually coming from Isolation, so we might have the advantage here comp-wise if they can take advantage.
Yeah, the Roadhog and Reaper have to be absolutely clutch on the defense against the dive.
Yeah, it looked like right now Isolation is just taking their time on this high ground here. Aerosan is AFK question mark? Yep. Oh, he's a gun. And now there's just Tracer Blasters in my ears.
Yeah, obviously that's a way different situation that I was on the defensive side. On the attack, it's a bit unfortunate, but you know, on the defense, you're definitely going to win that first offense.
Okay, we had a bit of a disconnect there from Aerosun, but he will be replaced by Scoop Kitty, will be taking his spot on the side of Isolation, and we're gonna start this over here. It was only a couple seconds into the match. Oh. Alright. Next time we lynch you. Spectating?
Yeah, a bit of an unprecedented change we're making here, but I mean, it was only 40 seconds in, so I'm perfectly fine with just starting the match over, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fine. It would have been, if it was a real comp game, it would have been canceled. So, look at us.
Mace to the face, mace to the face, mace to the face. Mace to the face, mace to the face.
The only change here from the side of the space balance is going to be Razor Cut on the Brigida now. No more Lucio. Zombie Joker is going to be playing the Winston now for Isolation instead of Aerosun. Cube Kitty onto the Diva. I look like they're going to go with the same strategy, just take this high ground and kind of wait for their opportunity. A nice reflect there onto the Fire Strike and go Batman.
Now they're going on to dive into, probably even more so now than it was before.
Yeah, especially that Brigida and the hook there from Name Day Age. Taking down Iman Rogers, and that just opens everything up. Razor Cut taken down, but he's resurrected by his Mercy. Ethereal Ether.
Razor Cut also 75% to ult already.
Absolutely insane. You're swinging away free on that point. We are gonna have Shady Mango now on the Zombie Joker. No more Winston for him. A lot of switches for the side of Isolation now. Goes Batman onto the Junkrat. They're gonna be running the Pharmacy as well. And Mango onto Zenyatta. Scoop Kitty 95% to that. Mech. He's gonna be back in mech, and they're gonna be at full fighting force now. And they go into this point. A lot of spam now for Isolation. They're just with this Spar and Junkrat just raining down a lot of bombs, a lot of damage onto this point. But Spacebound is just doing a great job of just kind of playing to their strengths here, staying in this death ball. And there's the rally. It's not going to be in time, though, to save Heroic, who's taken down by a pin from Zombie Joker. But the revenge pin from Dashan takes him out of the fight. And another kill for Dashan onto Aaron Rodgers. And that's going to, again, put a dent into this push here by Isolation. He's going to have to back away now. And the Resurrect could come through as well for Heroic. So they are almost at full fighting force here. Nice stagger kill onto Scoop Kitty by Name Day Age. That's gonna hold off this next push now from Isolation, who still has a minute and 40 seconds left here. They have a lot of ultimates coming up online as well, so they're gonna have a lot to work with here. I think this is push is gonna be their best chance here. They have the Transcendence and both Barrage and the Tire ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, the Death Blossom's gonna need a lock here for the defensive side.
There's the Transcendence being used. Tire came in as well. Yeah, and it's just a triangle party here on this point, as Isolation is just used pretty much everything, but they still have that Shatter and that Self-Destruct, so that can be absolutely huge. They have a chance to take this point B.
Yeah, that was a great attack. It's good job at holding one of her ultimates and coming in and getting the team right. But, I mean, they also have the ultimates here available to take this point B. But they are going to be fighting into quite a bit on the defensive side.
Yeah, Heroic is already 95% to that Graviton. He's going to have it here. So much to work with. 5 ultimates going to be available. And Gold Batman taken down immediately by Name Day Age. There's the Graviton Surge. Going to pick up both supports. And it takes them both down. Zombie Joker just get a kill onto Dashan, but all he's going to be able to do is he's stuck in the back now. Going to be taken down swiftly here by Name Day Age. and they almost got the take, but just not enough.
Yeah, still not running any hit scan to deal with Wu-Tang on the far over.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, it seems like they're just relying on their tankiness to just soak up a lot of the damage from it. Nice fire strike there until Lion Claw, who went for the Death Blossom, and that's an absolutely huge loss for them. Only the Shatter and the Valkyrie left here now for Spacebound. Heroic though does switch over to the far, gets a kill onto Go Batman. The barrage comes out from Ethereal Ether, who takes him down, but Heroic gets the kill onto Shady Mango. No support now. The Shatter came through and it was used with no follow up there. Shatter now from Razor. Oh, sorry, not from Razor, from Dashin. He's gonna be able to take down Zombie Joker there. The D-Mech gets Scoop Kitty as well, who's back in. And now Heroic is still in this fight, taking away no picks yet for Isolation. They've just kind of been not really focusing these skills that they needed to. Razor cuts back in this fight, gets the D-Mech onto Scoop Kitty. And the tire is going to be thrown in here, but for really no reason. That fight was over already.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's swapping off, that was a really weird use of retire. But yeah, he's swapping off. He's going to go to a Swords 76 now. He's probably the best call they can make.
Razor Cut using the rally early to give his team a lot of armor. Fortunately, looked like half his team was not in range. But
I have no issue with that use of a rally, to be honest. I think that, you know, it's not like a Sunfire where you could use it mid-fight. Yeah, better all you just, like, you know, pop off and get back your team up.
Usually though, you want to kind of call it out to your team so they all group up together, get the entire team the benefit. But it looks like they don't even need it, as yeah, Spacebound is just absolutely cleaned up at this point here. Razor Cut already 60% to another rally, and just a great hold from there. No, looks like it was really just an economy push for the side of Isolation. They were able to build some ultimates off of that, but not much else.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's looking down to how much value you get from the rally compared to the Transcendence on the other team. So,
and the barrage into the enemy team, gonna be taking down both self-destructs, being thrown out. Not gonna find anything, either of them. Aimbit H takes down Gold Batman, no soldier now for Isolation. Transcendence being used by Shady Mango. Shatter from Dasha takes down Zombie Joker, who's getting low. He's gonna be healed, needs to be healed, but not gonna find it all. He's gonna find the rocket to face from Heroic, who takes down Wu-Tang as well. So Rez comes into Razor Cut, and it's gonna be another hold here. Both support ultimates invested by Isolation, and another disconnect here. That was Shady Mango.
They were so close to getting a tick there. They must have been just like a fraction of a percent away. Their winning condition has got a hell of a lot difficult.
Definitely, and they have another disconnect too. It just, things are not looking good for Isolation right now.
Yeah, again, you know, more ultimate charge loss. I forget exactly what, I think he was playing the Zen. So he actually just used Transcendence, so it's not going to be the biggest loss.
With only a minute left here, and it was just kind of we just saw like a lot of miscommunication probably on Isolation. They kind of just threw in both support ultimates when they had already lost 2 people. It was just from diving him. You know, attack visor on that high ground could be absolutely huge for them.
It's going to be all about taking out the Mercy and Faro.
As we come back here, we have some players extremely out of position here for isolation. And they only have a minute left. They're going to have to regroup here. A nice D-mech there onto Scoop Kitty. That's a huge stagger right now. With only 50 seconds left. And he's not even going to be taken down. They're just going to leave him be. He isn't going to be able to get his mech back, though, pretty quick, as he was able to do a lot of damage. So it's going to be, they're going to have all 6 here. Isolation needs, this is going to be their best chance. Razor has the rally, and Lion Claw and Name Day have their ultimates ready to go. So this is going to be their best chance to go here. You know, the biggest threat to them really is that self-destruct. And if they can just block that, they have a good chance here. Looks like they aren't going to take the high ground, though. Here's the rally from Razor Cut. The hook by Name Day Age misses. Gold Batman on the high ground, but he's got both tanks hunting him down. And Scoop Kitty trying to take down the Pharmacy, but dives in by himself. And the whole of isolation is just so scattered right now. Wu-Tang gets the count to Dashin, but the Name Day Age takes down Rogers, and the hold from Heroic and the whole hog takes down Scoop Kitty as well. And Gold Batman is in the back, but Shatter onto Name Day Age. The res from Ether is going to bring back Razor Cut, and Heroic with the barrage going to pick up the last 2. And Spacebound is going to be able to hold first point here on her, second point, sorry, on her.
Isolation was able to get a tick though, so they have given them that going into their defense. So their win condition did change.
Definitely
for them, but only a tick. And on Horizon, that's not saying much.
Yeah.
Also, there was a much better use of rally by Razorcut prior to the last attack coming in by Isolation. Popping the ult just before the attack and giving everybody that boost of armor helped out Heroic a lot. I saw in his health.
Oh yeah, definitely with the barrage. That's absolutely huge. Plus, if you throw that armor as well from her other ability, it's just so that's like a dream for a Pharah that's using barrage.
Well, especially because, like, you know, when one of your threats is going to be the soldier, and having soldier's damage mitigated by that armor, I think Helix Rocket's still going to do fairly good amount of damage, but his regular shots are going to not do nearly as much.
Yeah. It's like you're basically turning your Pharah into a tank for like a couple seconds. You know, 150 from the rally and then 150 from her other ability. You all of a sudden have a 500 health Pharah. That's pretty scary.
Glittering prizes.
You have failed. You have failed. You have failed.
We're going to see kind of a anti-dive defense coming here by Isolation with the Junkrat and the Lord Nuggets.
5, 4, 3.
They're just gonna, looks like Isolation's just gonna hold this high ground here. And Spacebound, they're gonna go with kind of a more standard 2-2-2. They're gonna be running Lion Claw and Dashin on the right Zarya. And a lot of spam damage already coming in from the high ground here. Although a couple members dropped down, Scoop Kitty and Zombie, he's able to get the hook onto Lion Claw, but he's just gonna be healed back up. And Gold Batman does finish him off. Dashin though with the pin onto Scoop Kitty. Heroic takes down Rogers. And Gold Batman not going to go down though without a fight. Takes down Name Day Age, but Heroic is just completely uncontested right now. Finishes off Wu-Tang. And they're going to move on to this point now. Razor Cut gets the final pick there. Final picks of damage there onto Gold Batman. Takes him out of the fight. And it's only a Poison Yacht, only Mango left here. Just going to be taken down by Rocket from Heroic. And it's going to be best for them to just back away. They've lost this point. Spacebound is going to take point A very quickly. Not a lot even needed to take it. They just exploited the weak positioning from Isolation there.
Yeah, I really like that first play on the Mercy. Attempting to get the res off on Name Date, but ultimately decided that Gold Batman was too much of a threat in that area and decided, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that res. And backed off and survived and built up a lot of ult charge for the
Yeah, it does. Yeah, now Spacebound is just on the. They push completely left with their tanks, and it looks like the high ground is being defended here by Heroic as well, not letting anyone be there, launching some rockets. Now Isolation is trying to play around behind this barrier. If the Shatter comes in, and then pick up a Wu-Tang who gets down. Heroic takes him out. No counter now for him. He's gonna have free reign. The Valkyrie was used as well. Dashin though was taken down by a mine, and the tick is almost there. Batman takes down Lioneclaw, pinned there onto Rogers. He's out of the fight, and Heroic again, just no one's there. The tick is gone, and Spacebound is gonna take Horizon Lunar Colony. And a pretty decisive win there for them. They were just pretty much came in and just used the Shatter, took down Wu-Tang on the soldier. No, there was no counter for Heroic, and he was just able to reign free with the Valkyrie.
I can say also, Zombie Joker is not going to be happy with himself for that one. He was caught using the whole hog off the points. That, my friend, is what we could call a C9.
Epic.
Ah, impressive, if I do say so myself.
That's a big kill participation by Razor too.
Yeah, just so much damage you can do as that hero as you're just swinging away at people, especially when they come in. You just go in with your Rhine and you can just pretty much be free.
Yeah, and the extra armor you give him also definitely helps out. So I think now we go to either Ilios or Oasis.
Yeah, it's going to be up to Isolation to choose here. Looks like they are going to choose Ilios. Yeah, and I'm surprised by the performance from Spacebound this game. You know, two of their kind of star DPS aren't here, and they're getting through with just tanks, pretty much, and Heroic on the far.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing the defensive Pharah come out to take out the offensive Pharah. So I like the optimizing the switches and really throwing your opponents for a loop. You know, you don't really see the defensive Pharah very much on Horizon.
Yeah, but it can definitely be strong. It's just so much open air on that second point. There's a lot of cover too as well on the higher ground. I will be right back.
Now arriving at Ilios.
Alright, so we are back, and it's gonna be very interesting to see if Scoop Kitty stays on this Orisa with Zombie Joker on the Roadhog, because I think Orisa is actually extremely strong on this point. If anyone watches Overwatch League, you would have seen, I think it was the LA Gladiators winning the Orisa on this point.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Alright, we'll see here. I said we are gonna see him stay on that Orisa. Go Batman now onto the Genji. They're gonna be running the Pharmacy on both sides here. Spacebound, but just keeping heroic on that far. Named the Age now. Gonna be playing Tracer. That was absolutely huge right now. There's no main tank now for Isolation. He's gonna have a hard time here, but Wu-Tang, let's come back and get the kill onto Lion Claw. Takes down one of the supports. Heroic just getting these boop kills. Takes down both tanks with the boop off the map. And Razor finishes off Shady Mango, who's on the Diva now. I mean, sorry, the other way around. Razor, who's on the Diva now, takes down.
Yeah, as a Orisa, you should never be the one being looked into the well. You have, you know, if you're using your primary fire, you're already being very hard to move. And you also have that halt ability, or a fortify rather.
Back in the fight.
So, very unfortunate though to be knocked in.
Yeah, far in the battle breaking out with the Lieutenant wants no part of it. He's just focusing on the sports right now. They're gonna be able to finish him off right now. The Zombie Joker trying to get Named the Age. You guys a bit aggressive there. I'm surprised he didn't die there. He does have that pulse bomb ready to go. He does use it, but gets killed, unfortunately, before it comes out. So
moving around. Now he would have been an ideal hook target.
The Lucio boops. Lucio and Heroic. Not gonna matter as he just comes in with his own barrage, takes down Batman and Scoop Kitty. And this payload side, this point is gonna keep ticking away for the side of Spacebound. They've just been doing a great job holding. They're not really giving it up too much.
Yeah, but
Roger is just kind of on the point for no reason. He needs to get back to his team. He needs to be taking that winner.
Like, although I do like Orisa on this point, the problem is when you're running the Pharmacy, you're not going to get a lot less healing as Orisa. Because the Pharaoh's going to be demanding a lot of it. So, going into the Diva is probably the best call here.
Yeah, but Heroic has been so dominant so far. We're going to see Go Batman. I think he's going to go over to the Soldier 76. The Diva Bomb there from Razor Cut, taking down Shady Mango. And the delay here from Spacebound is absolutely massive. So many people on the side of Isolation they have to wait for. A nice boop there onto Lion Claw though from Rogers.
Yeah, but the kills are still going the way of Spacebound.
Yeah, it's just not enough. Spacebound has such a good hold right now. Heroic is doing so much work. Named Age takes down Gold Batman. Overtime's ticking away. The sound barrier coming out from Rogers just to try and stay on the point. Heroic with the counter barrage right into Wu-Tang's face. Takes him out. Both self-destructs being used. Scoop Kitty gonna find Named Age with the sound barrier being used by Lion Claw. And the Resurrect gonna bring back Named Age into the fight. Gonna take down Mango, making that Resurrect worth it. Overtime taking away. No one's actually yes. They're able to make it back up Batman, but it's just no. There's just no bodies on this. There you go. Well, it's gonna go the way of Spacebound. 100 to 0.
Yeah, and extremely dominant. 100 to 0 too. Just, you know, never really losing any fight. Just constantly getting the kills, getting the big pickoffs, and most importantly, winning the Pharah duel.
Yeah, and even when they did lose like 1 or 2 people, it was just the counter from, you know, the tanks going in, Heroic going in. They were just able to completely clean up and even the fights out.
I would love to see if Lion Claw stays on this board. Probably not gonna happen.
Yeah. Last week we had someone run 5 supports in the Reinhardt.
1. Round 2. Capture.
Widowmaker, which would be a good call if we had a Pharah on the other side.
They're gonna go with the solo support now. They're gonna stick a Thera Ether on the Mercy, go triple DPS and 2 tanks here. It's gonna be interesting to see if this works out for them. That's a lot of pressure you're putting on your Mercy to keep your team up.
Yeah, but Widowmaker loses a lot of value too, because ideally you want to have the Mercy damage boosting the Widow. That obviously can't happen. But
yeah, but Dasha already with 2 picks takes down both DPS. Some help from his team. Zombie Joker does fine. Lion Claw in the back. A nice boop there by Rogers onto the rezzing. Mercy gets her off the edge, denies the res as well. But the point out is already gone the way of Spacebound, and Isolation are gonna have to regroup as Razor Cut and Rogers are taken down.
yeah, I mean, you know, we have the Mercy. I mean, we are seeing Lion Claw on the big Genji though, so we're not gonna be playing the Widowmaker any longer. Probably was thinking moving on Pharah.
And these staggers are so hard to deal with for Isolation. They just keep losing like 1 or 2 people. Named Day Age, the pulse bomb picks up 2, hits it onto the mech as it's just being destroyed.
Yeah, Zombie did a really good job of refragging there, but with the pulse bomb getting those 2 picks, absolutely huge. Completely ended that push. I could have really gone their way, but just wasn't meant to be.
Razor just jumping off the edge, you know, just get back like a lot faster that way. Heroic has the barrage ready. He's on the hunt, looking for a spot to use it. Fails looking Gust Blast, unfortunately. It is gonna put it right under Rogers. Knows he's gonna eat it, but he is gonna be taken down though by Scoop Kitty. But not gonna matter too much. Just Razor Cut just goes in, takes down support, takes down Zombie Joker, and now it's Scoop Kitty who's doing some work here. Takes down Razor Cut out of this fight, and finally Isolation is able to get a foothold on this point here.
Yeah, they do have the alternates for this retake. Definitely come through.
Yeah, the pulse bomb misses from Wu-Tang, and that's going to be an ult they might want here. They do have the Death Blossom coming up now from Go Batman. There's the self-destruct being thrown in. Not going to find anything. The Dragon Blade now. Transcendence being used to block it. Not going to allow him to do anything. There's the Death Blossom. Just not a lot of value right now from these ults from Isolation. Shady Mango gets the kill though onto Ethereal. Wu-Tang takes down Lion Claw as well. Razor with again another double kill of this fight, but does not look like it's going to be enough as Wu-Tang is going absolutely wild right now. Takes down Dasha and gets the D-Mech onto Razor, who's finished off by Zombie Joker. The point still ticking away now for Isolation.
Yeah, they're going to have the Lucio sound barrier for the next defense too. So we're doing a pretty good job here on the defense, and on the side of Spacebound, we're not really going to have very much to work with here.
Yeah, it seems like they're starting to feel just the lack of healing from only having that Mercy, you know, who has to worry about the Pharah. She has to worry about so many targets. It's really hard to keep up with. But the Scoop Kitty tries to go after the Pharah, but just ends up diving off the map, and that might cost him the game there. Heroic goes in with the barrage, picks up 2. Named Day Age takes down Zombie Joker, and man, that's got to be embarrassing if you're Scoop Kitty right now. 90% here for Spacebound, and that pulse bomb is absolutely huge, taking down Rogers. One of the supports down already. 99% now for Spacebound. Fights breaking out on the point. Pulse bomb, not gonna be able to find anything with it. Unfortunately, Dasha gets the kill to Scoop Kitty, who's out of mech. And now here comes the Valkyrie. Zombie Joker gets the lead kill onto Dasha, but it's not gonna be enough. Heroic is still alive, putting rockets. Takes down Mango. Ethereal brings back Dasha, and it's just a matter of time now. Overtime is draining away. Here's the Dragon Blade, gonna finish this up. Rogers down. No one's left here on this point. Overtime burning away. And it's gonna be Spacebound taking this series as a clean 2-0.
Yeah, very surprising that the solo heal for Mercy worked out so well.
Play of the game.
But if he's not dying, not much you can really do.
Yeah, and it's also just the inability for escalation and kind of take advantage of that. You know, we saw Scoop Kitty. He saw the fire and he went after him, and he just ended up just kind of getting tunnel vision, forgot where he was probably, and just dived straight off the map. That's not really what you want to do there, especially when your team needs the hold.
To Horizon Luna Colony. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So looks like we're going to be seeing a anti-dive comp come out here on the defense with the Junkrat and the Vegeta. Very unlikely we're going to be seeing a Bastion and a Torwon attack, but we can dream.
Science will reveal the truth.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
I'm gonna have to shoot you down.
So I'll try on that. Okay, I see it's going on the high ground right now, and we're running a multi-tank composition with the Moira and the Lucio. And, you know, fighting onto the point against the Junkrat spam is going to be very difficult. Did you see like you getting the first kill, Vegeta getting the VMAX onto Truth? So that's going to be a good first hold by MSBH.
Get into position.
My ultimate's ready.
So no swaps coming through yet. Keegan already has built up a coalescence. The Plague's going to have a coalescence of his own. We also have the Riptire on deck. So Riptire should be able to stagger out this upcoming push pretty quickly. Riptire is going to find Boss, and for some if I take this fight, I'm bringing down him in.
I am taking your
And yeah, the defense is too good right now, too strong. That's gonna be yet another hold. So half of the time bank now depleted on the side of Saints.
Okay, I'm back just in time to see that nice defense there from MSB.
This will restore you.
So far, how's it been going?
So far, it's just been good defense by MSBH. And, they've been getting good pickoffs too, and Saints have been coming in very awkwardly, despite being down a man. In this case, it was their Lucio the last fight.
The Shatter going to be blocked though by Mission Tub. They're all stuck in that Graviton though. The Coalescence being fired in. The enemy Shatter now from MSBH going to come through. And Marcuso gets the D-Mech there on Sentry, really cool. The Tire not going to be able to find too much with it just yet. Doesn't look like he's going to find anything at all. After she does take down Rhea Huntress, Mr. Tubbs is just swinging away, takes down Boss PR. Shea was down as well. And it's going to be another hold here. Yeah, and that was a very good defense there from MSBH.
Boss now finally with the sound barrier. I'm gonna see Keegan go up onto the Mercy now. So I think having that Reza is gonna be very important for them, to be honest. I think the Moira just wasn't really working out.
Yeah,
Still 30% away from the sound barrier.
Yeah, Marcusa does have that Deadeye. It's gonna be really the only ultimate that MSBH has to work with here. You have the sound barrier, like you said, coming up now for Boss. And Shale with a nice rocket there at the big fat mech takes him out of the fight. That's going to open things up for them. That self-destruct as well. We took down Boss of all. Shale now with the rockets onto Marcuso. He's out of the fight. Rhea Huntress, let's get a pick on the Dr. Sheep, but it's not going to be enough Tubbs taken down. It's just a matter of time now. Not many bodies left for MSBH on this point. Still no ticks though for Saints here. We're just still having trouble with Plague here on the point on the Moira. Finally take him down. And there you go. They're taking away here, and they're gonna be able to capture this point. Only 5 seconds left.
And Boss did not use that sound barrier, which is going to be absolutely crucial. Maybe getting a quick cap here on B. Zigzag coming very close to the Earth Shadow too. So if they can get that off, we might have a chance here for a pretty quick cap. But they're gonna have to deal with Riptire.
And the Deadeye here from Marcuso. If If he can pick off the pharmacy with that, it could be absolutely huge for them. It looks like MSBH is just going to hold down the point, kind of giving up this high ground. A bit too early for my liking, but here's the barrage now from Shale. Takes down Rhea Huntress and Big Fat Mix immediately out of the fight. Here's the high noon. It's going to be stopped by Dr. Sheep on the high ground. Mr. Tubbs gets a pin onto Shale somehow, but he's just going to get rezzed by his Mercy Keegan there. And the fight's breaking out on point. There's the Graviton Surge, only going to be able to find Shale with the tire and the D-Meg actually onto Truthfully Cool, taking him down. Now the respawns are coming in. Rhea Huntress just absolutely wrecking through the side of Saints right now. Took down Dr. Sheep with the mine, and Plague pushing up, takes down 2 of his own, not to be outdone.
Yeah, it was a really good hold there coming through by MSBH. Kind of unlikely. It was really looking like they were going to at least be able to get a couple of ticks.
Yeah, it's just having that 1 or 2 people that can kind of just stay on point and have a lot of sustainability, and then it just allows for the respawn is just so close on the horizon. Here comes a shatter, not the shatter, sorry, the pin by Zigzag, but absolutely missed. They're going to be counter pinned and taken to all the other side and taken out by Marcuso. Boss of all takes down Truthfully Cool. That's going to build him a lot of ult charge over 70% to that next Graviton, which we just used in the last fight there. Shale does take down Marcuso, but they're going to have to back away.
I mean, look at Best of All's health now on the Zarya with those shields and the armor. I mean, that's turning Zarya into a very powerful tank. Like,
yeah, especially when when the shields, you know, they're the shields in front of armor, so that shield will always be there before you can even get through to the armor.
Well, plus the bubble, so it's like killing 2 squishies and then doing with the armor after that.
The way to deal with that, though, is the high noon and the barrage, which are ready for both. He's now Marcuso. Not going to be caught by it. He's able to build his own high noon, but Boss of All taken down by Truthfully Cool. He had the Graviton ready to go as well. 2 ticks almost now for Saints here, who need to stay on. They have the 2nd tick. They just need to keep these people off. Shale with the barrage gets Big Time X. No one's left, and they're able to capture with 1 minute and 17 seconds left.
Yeah, a nice turnaround there by Saints being able to take that one. Really just bided their time waiting for a good opportunity, and then, you know, it finally happened.
Yeah, they had the, you know, they went in and kind of looked like they were at a disadvantage, but they were able to get some really important picks. You know, taking down Boss of All while he still had that Graviton was absolutely huge. Takes him out of the fight. Now you just got to clean up on point, and they did just that with Shale's barrage. We're able to finish that off, but now it's going to be their turn to defend here, and hopefully they can do a better job defending than they did attacking. It took them kind of a long time to break through the defense.
Yeah, on both points even.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just a bad attack or a strong defense, maybe a bit of both.
Definitely, yeah. Looks like the defensive composition has been selected. We're going to see Shale on the Torbjorn. Interesting. They're going to have a Boss on the Symmetra and Dr. Sheep on the Brigida. It looks like they're just going for a super high health composition. You know, they can get that shield gen plus the Torbjorn armor plus the Brigida armor. It's going to be absolutely hard. It's going to be a journey, let's just say, to take down this defense if they're able to get that up.
Yeah, I mean, I think they are keeping the Symmetra as more of a surprise, not putting any of the turrets farther ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2,
So we're gonna see how quickly Boss can get this ultimate off.
Yeah, we're gonna have Marcuso then for deciding on this BH on the Widowmaker. Not gonna find too much though. A lot of barriers on this point right now, but Widowmaker's not gonna be the best choice here. But we do have now the side of MSBH. They're going to push on this left side, kind of going around the back of the point here, opening up some slight lanes for Marcuso. the back. And immediately Dr. Sheep is just going in, swinging away. Gonna get caught though by Boss of All. Takes him down, but Big Fat Mix finds the turret. He's gonna take him out of the fight. Boss PR gets the kill into Tubbs. But Rhea Huntress takes down Keegan. Mercuso gets to pick up the zigzag. Boss is absolutely demolished right now. Gets the TP. He just kills in the back and completely uncontested. The whole of Saints now back on this point.
Yeah, I think he probably wanted to have the shield gen instead, but given the circumstances, the TP was probably the better option in his head. Don't know if it was really needed, but
it was kind of the safer thing. You know, he could have just put down shield gen. He already basically won that fight for his team. They would have had enough time to get back, but better to be safe sometimes. Dr. Sheep though takes down Plague Influence and nice shield bash. Really cool, follows up, Big Fat Max down, and this is Rhea Hunter just going for the TP, not even gonna get close, immediately taken out.
Yeah, I don't know how many uses it has, probably one or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also do have a Molten Core online, so this is just gonna be an extremely powerful.
Yeah, well, plus the Transcendence, there's so much right now. Sights is online, but again, there's so many barriers right now on this front line. Not really much you can do as a Widowmaker there. Rhea Hunter's on the bar now. Does get the kill there onto the turret. He's gonna block him out. There he goes. There's a Molten Core. The Shatter though, and they're just rushing this teleporter. They want to take it down. There's the sound barrier as well. Teleporter is down. Mr. Tubbs was able to take it. Shale though with the Torbjorn gets 2 with the Molten Core to take him down. Zigzag swinging away. Big Fat Mex and Plague down. And again, another good hold here for Saints. A minute 40 still left though. Not a lot of ultimates to work with for them. But they just have so much health right now.
To another ult.
Just look at how much armor that Symmetra has right now.
So insane. That whole team is just stacked. Look at like Zenyatta too. Like 350 hits per day.
You know, and this is maybe where you know, as MSBH, you want to get a Junkrat, you want to get a Zenyatta, you know, something to stop them. You got the shield gen now as well coming out, and there's just so much health. The Graviton Surge finds all of them, but no follow-up. Boss with the kill, the barrage there from Rhea Huntress, and to be able to pick up 2. The Boss again just takes him down, and Mercuso finds the shield gen, and there he goes, exactly what they need. It's only Boss left on this point. Marcuso finds the shots, takes him down, and there you go. This point now is ticking away for MSBH. He's gonna take point A, kind of a similar fashion, with only a little bit faster than Saints were able to actually. 30 seconds.
Yeah, and we are seeing a lot of swaps now. No more Symmetra 4.B going onto the Moira here.
Objective B.
Just a great way to eliminate all that health was just Shale on that far. I just came in with the barrage. They were all close together because of that Graviton. And was able to do exactly what he needed to do. Got rid of all that armor, all those shields, and the team followed up with him. And now he gets the pick onto Rhea Huntress there. Farah is down for Saints, but MSBH counters. Mr. Tubbs takedown zigzag. The Earth Shatter comes in, only picks up 1. Not going to be enough. As Shale is just now taking down the Sports Plague. Influence is down, and it's just a matter of time here. They need to back away though, as Mr. Tubbs has been going absolutely huge. Finally gets taken down by Boss.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Yo, I mean, that definitely a nice eco push. I mean, Boss pretty close now. Not Boss. He's very close to getting the Deadeye.
Yeah, again,
That's
if they can get
take care of a pharmacy.
Yeah, if they can get that Deadeye on that high ground, you know, there's no Diva on the team, so it could be absolutely massive for them. Very truthfully cool on the Roadhog, on the hunt in the back. No one has seen him yet. He's gonna be down Plague. Gets the barrage from Shale. Gonna take down 3. Is taken down by Rhea Huntress, but it's not even gonna matter. That push is dead before it even started.
Damage boost engaged.
And again, we're also going to be having Earth Shatter and VE Bullhog for the next defense too. So they're in a very nice position to hold this one out.
Have a good read. Pizza though, still with the Deadeye. They have a Valkyrie online as well. Big Fat Max getting close to that sound barrier. It's like Right now, MSBH, though, splitting up. They're going to get Mercutio on the high ground, but there's no one on the ground, though. There's a high noon from Mercutio, takes down Dr. Sheet, but not going to be able to do anything as he gets hooked down by Tropically Cool, who takes him out of the fight, and it's absolutely huge. Jo with the picks now gets Plague Influence. Big Fat Max dead, and another hold here for the Saints, who are just doing a great defense here, just kind of draining MSBH of all these ultimates. Mercutio now on the Soldier. Boss of all does have the Graviton Surge and Rhea with the Barrage. This is going to be their best chance to take this point right here. A lot of ultimates.
Absolutely.
A nice hook there by Truthfully going to Mr. Tubbs. He is going to be able to get away though. Mercutio getting low, running away from Shale's Farah. It looks like they are just going to go down mid. They have the Graviton. A nice pin there onto Boss of all. There's the Valkyrie coming out from both teams. Coalescence. Clark Egan hasn't used his yet, so that's still online for them. Not a really good opportunity so far. Boss of all does take down Truthfully Cool though. Rhea Hunter's just getting dominated in these Farah duels right now. There's the Shatter from Zigzag, gonna take down Boss of all. The attack visor though from Dr. Sheep is absolutely going huge right now with 3 kills. Gonna be able to pick up a 4th. Doesn't look like it, but not gonna matter as Keegan gets the res onto Shale.
Stay out of my way.
And again, another hold now. Only a minute left here for MSBH.
Yeah, unless he's planning on swapping off right now. That was a big waste of a shatter by Mr. Tubbs. Just, that fight was completely over.
And you still have that Graviton, you still have that Barrage. You know, I'd say that still MSBH still has the advantage here, but Boss of all needs to have better positioning. Here's the Barrage now from Rhea Huntress, gets Dr. Sheep, but again, Shale takes him out. The Graviton Surge only finds Truthfully Cool. It's not enough. Zigzag gets the pin onto Mr. Tubbs. He's out of the fight. 40 seconds left here. Boss of all just knows he's dead. Just kind of just standing on point. They're gonna stagger him out. It's gonna be absolutely huge. Trying to die. Finally, he goes down.
30 seconds remaining.
They're gonna have to wait for him now. No Graviton Surge. We're gonna have Rhea Hunter switching over to the Genji now. One more far for him. Mercutio building up these attack visors pretty quickly here. He already has attack visor ready to go.
I don't know how much value that's going to get though as Big Fat Max pulls down.
Yeah, Big Fat Max going down. And that's over right here. It's got to be over. There's the attack visor, but KO's there with the rockets. Not going to be able to do anything, and it's just a matter of time now. Overtime is burning away. There's no one left here who can really put up much of a fight against this defense to be safe now. And Rhea Huntress immediately taken down by the Coalescence. Overtime burning away, and Horizon Lunar Colony is going to go the way of Saints. Or Fluffy.
Or Fluffy.
Or Fluffy.
Play of the game.
Overall, that was a pretty well played by Saints. I really liked the use of the Symmetra with the Brigida and Vitor. You know, we had Fury crafted that, and I think everyone did when Brigida first came out with the power of that shield gen with Vitor and the Symmetra. Good to see it at least once before the Symmetra rework happens.
Yeah. Hey.
I hate Horizon so much.
Alright, looks like MSBH has chosen Oleos as the map. They want to try and take back a point here in this series. The first point is going to be Ruins.
I think out of all three Ilios maps, I think I dislike Ruins the most. Well, House is fun if you're a Lucio player, but
I don't like these because Ruins kind of reminds me of the design of Horizon, where it's just this really open map with like almost no like verticality to it. Like you kind of just have this like pit that you all go into, and it's just like, oh, okay, we're just gonna run forest everywhere.
yeah, and just a Widowmaker playground too. But
5,
as you can see, both teams opting to run the Widowmaker here.
2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
And so it's just going to be MSBH actually running the Widowmaker.
Yeah, so we're back to Nada for his team, and Saints just going in with the dive composition here. Truthfully Cool gets pinned by Mr. Tubbs. Maybe D-Max here taken down. Mr. Tubbs actually finds Dr. Sheep as well. And Zigzag is able to get a kill, but it's just not enough. MSBH doing a good job here. Rhea Huntress on the Widowmaker while doing some work, and they're able to take this point.
Yeah, I don't think they really have the damage to deal with the Moira healing coming through.
Gale getting low. That's a huge pick right now. He's trying to make it back to his team, but just wasn't able to. That's a good stagger. They're going to be able to build a lot of percentage off of that. Zigzag is now on the Widowmaker. Not every day you see your Reinhardt being go Widowmaker, but let's see if it works out for him. Only tank now for a Saint is Truthfully Cool on that Diva.
Taking the point. Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, we have seen Widowmaker, Diva solo tanking before, actually, and it didn't work out not bad today on Oasis in another match.
There you go, Zigzag takes a headshot onto Rhea Huntress. A double boop for Boss. Absolutely huge. Zigzag also gets the pick there onto Boss of All, and man, you see MSBH just kind of gave up that point for free. You know, they Saints went in, and instead of just going onto the point and have someone contest it, they just kind of stayed back and let them have it. And now they're able to build up a lot of percentage from that.
Yeah, they are going to be playing into a few ultimates though, and getting the D-Max. Like killing out on the boss before he gets the sound barrier in time. That's actually going to be huge. So it should be a pretty easy retake.
Yeah, Marquiso getting that pick onto Keegan, and just Rhea Huntress absolutely dominating right now. And that Widowmaker just getting 3 so far in this fight. Big Great Fish out, and there you go. MSBH taking control back of the point. Back and forth so far, although Saints, both teams actually a lot of ultimates to work with here. The Graviton Pulse Bomb combo ready to go for MSBH. So definitely they have the advantage in what they have here, although Rhea just getting picked by Zigzag here in the beginning might put a ban for their plans. A nice dash there onto Big Great Fish, takes him out of the fight. The sound barrier is used by Plague. And there's a shatter onto Truthfully Cool and Boss. Shatter as well, but there's Transcendence. Not going to stop a Pulse Bomb from Marquiso though, who gets 3, and D-Mac onto Truthfully Cool. Zigzag though takes down Plague, and it's just Marquiso on this point. That's not enough. He's taken down by Keegan there. We're able to get it 78% though. And it's a real back and forth in Ruins now. Not a whole lot of ultimates for either team right now. The side of Saints does have that Pulse Bomb and the sound barrier ready to go.
Yeah, right now Saints, because of the baby Diva, this is their best chance to MSBH to go in without
All systems checked out.
not going to happen before the Diva's able to remake, so
And the Hunters, a nice shot there onto Shale, gonna take him out of the fight, but Keegan just dominating Marcusa right now. 2 fights in a row, takes him out. Zigzag again with the pick onto Rhea Huntress. Boss of all though gets D-Mac onto Truthfully Cool and takes him out. But Dr. Sheep is there to get revenge for his baby diva. Zigzag just finishing off Mr. Tubbs there with a little bit of machine gun action.
No one can.
And 95% now for Saints. Sights up for Zigzag, and you really gotta wonder why the side of MSBH has no Winston right now. They should have done this a while ago, but they are gonna pay for it. Rhea Huntress on the Genji swap, gonna be taken down by Dr. Sheep, and thinking not looking good for MSBH right now. The post bomb onto Big Great Fish is gonna take him down, and there's no one left here, I think, that can actually contest this. There's the Transcendence, and that's gonna seal this up. It's only Plague running around trying to survive, but not gonna be enough. And Bruin is gonna go the way of Saints.
Overall, a relatively close first match on Oasis, though. Even with help for Winston, as you were saying, I think having the Reinhardt instead, not really the best idea.
Yeah, I think if they would have just like gotten, because they had no tank really for Saints, they had truthfully like solo tanking on the diva, and then they had like so many squishies, and Winston would have been absolutely huge there.
Yeah, especially with the Widowmaker. I mean, with the changes now, she can grapple away in time, but just, you know, being able to pressure her and change her position is
2, 1.
so big.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
We're actually going to see potentially Orisa, which I don't know. Could be trolling us. I'm sorry, we are definitely
I need to recharge.
The objective is nearby.
Get into position.
That's a very weird composition coming out with the Orisa here on Lolos. They get the point for free, but you know, they are able to frag out. I'm probably going to take it back right here.
Basically just winning this fight off of boops from Plague Influence, and 2 absolutely huge boops. Boss Tiara though, not gonna be outdone, gets a boop of his own on the boss of all. But the point has already gone the way of MSBH. Not before Saints were able to build up 16% there.
Yeah, they basically just let them have it, knowing they could probably frag out in the end, which didn't want to give up the positioning. So we are going to see a supercharger come out here, so it's going to be absolutely huge. The whole hog especially.
The shatter onto the Orisa Bear was very questionable there. Mr. Tubbs just trying to do the best. A lot of ultimates coming on for him now. Self-destruct Shale finally takes him down in the buoyant. Coalescence being used as well. They're just going to take the fight right here. Blade being thrown in. Not going to be able to do much, Rhea. You're all by yourself. Why would you do that? Shale just absolutely going huge. Gets 4 kills in this point so far. And is able to build up
that that blade was going to give them any more percentage than they already were going to get. You know, a Primal Rage, maybe you could, you know, get a bit more, but really not worth it.
Yeah,
he's going to swap over to Faro though.
Okay. No mercy though, so it's gonna be a bit difficult playing the bar here. Yeah, Zigzag takes out Marcus to the tire from Dr. She's gonna find Plague, and that's gonna be a stagger now for MSBH.
They just need to regroup here. I don't know if staying on this Orisa is really the best idea.
Yeah, they're not having a lot of luck with it, and boss of all, you know, you're going, like when you're going into a Reaper McCree, you're gonna be taking so much damage as a Roadhog, and you're gonna be feeding a lot too. So
yeah, you know, running the far up out of Mercy against the McCree, against the Diva, it's just you know, plus if the fighting's happening on point, you're not gonna be able to really get very much space to land those rockets direct hits.
Especially when Shea was just absolutely popping off. Took down Marcuso. Now takes down Boss. Finishes off Boss of All. Some damage from Shale. Dr. Sheep gets the kill onto Plague. 90% now for Saints here. And they really have a huge advantage here. You have Rhea Hunters on the far, just kind of on this point for no reason. There's the Shatter Zigzag. It'd be fine much with the grab of the Shatter, sorry, but it's not gonna matter. There's no one left on point. And there you go. Saints is absolutely dominating. Or I mean Fluffy absolutely dominating on Ilios here. Takes both points.
This was a double boop.
Oh yeah, double boop here.
Double, triple kill.
I know Zigzag said he was gonna do it, and he definitely did do it. Absolutely. They just demolished the side of MSBH. You know, they looked really strong at first on Horizon, but you know, after that, their first defense, it looked like everything just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, relatively unfortunate. Was hoping for a game 5, but I'm sorry, a game 3 rather, but not gonna happen.
Barbecue. Hello everybody, welcome to another game in this side. I mean, I'm up for a really good showdown here between the side of HCB, which you see in the blue, and the side of Vanquish in the red. I think it's going to be a really close series. Who do you think this is going to go to, Plague?
Honestly, I think it's really close. I don't really have anybody that I'm particularly favoring. Vanquish has a few new pickups. I know HCB was feeling pretty good today. We scrimmed them earlier and they were doing fairly well, actually. I think just for the lulz, I'm gonna vote for HCB to win this one. Get an upset going.
I mean, personally, I see myself backing them as well, in all honesty. I think despite, well, the fact that Ace Louis is on the tank a lot more recently, as well as that MGR veteran is a recent pickup from the side of HCB. I really rate his main sport specifically, his Mercy. I think he's one of the few Mercies I know that actually have a slight amount of skill about them. I'm not going to roast Mercies that hard, but
I noticed that he was a very strong Mercy when we were scrimming. Like, he was really hard to kill.
So right, if we're looking at the comps now, when I was scrimming Vanquish, they were running a lot of Vegeta, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it come out from here. What do you think that's going to entail for the side of HCB to deal with this?
The biggest thing to deal with Brigitte is the tanks need to not let her gain the space that she wants. Brigitte pretty much destroys any squishy in a 1v1, so the tanks really need to zone her out and let the squishies just help them chip away at her while they finish her off.
Yeah, as well as that, I think it's very important that AJ10 and Mace Kai work really well together in terms of synergy, because if they end up initiating and doing the shield bash, stun, hammer, like it's just using everything on the main tank of AJ10, he's really going to struggle in the series. But starting off on the defense, it is HCB coming out with the double tank Reaper jungle. That's quite a weak comp to Pharmacy if they were to bring it out. The side of Vanquish on the attack, it is going to be the Brigitte, as we've seen once again on this map of Horizon, coming out with the Zyro Reinhardt combo, and as well as the jungle at McCree, a lot of damage in there. But right now, the side of Vanquish choosing to initiate through the left side. Nobody's coming up. It looks like they're waiting for that correct time for Door to charge him. He's going to get stuck in there. He's going to get booped. Oh, a huge boop from the Junkrat mine, I believe it was. Kidup's going to get the pick there. The side of Vanquish already backing up in this first fight. Only one kill is going to go to the side of HCB.
Leonidas was able to get full charge in that fight, though, so going in here, they do have a fairly strong opportunity to just draw this out for HCB.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Leonidas can be a very, very strong side, especially if he's running into Junkrat, Reaper Diva. It's a really strong comp to run Zarya into, because you just get that energy from Reaper and Junkrat, as well as the charge from the Diva. Oh, that's a good start.
Very strong pick right off the bat. Counter tower coming out. That's a triple! Huge!
Awesome hair. Coming back. No, the side of HCB losing too early on. It's a 64. Awesome hair out of nowhere with a triple whip tire. Very good defensive ultimate from him. Kidup's going to get the stagger onto Ace Louis as well. And again, HCB coming out with the stops right now. They're making the plays there. Still no ticks even on the board for Vanquish, and I mean, awesome hair getting the stagger kill on his fellow Junkrat there.
And we are 2 minutes into this point, and we're seeing 45% ult charge on Kid Deadpool right now.
Yeah,
he's not really absolutely struggling. This is an AKM blade level ult.
As Vegeta, you're going to want to be initiating into the best way of getting ult charge. Exactly, using that cleave damage with your hammer, and well, I can't remember what it's called, but you get the point. Getting that cleave damage off, getting the shield bash onto the Reinhardt, but then using that combo to their advantage. Right now they are going to pop the Coalescence Vanquish coming in. Another good chakra coming in from AGS. I believe that actually went through the stopper shield. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but it's not the stopper. I need to put off his shield. So, I mean, Reinhardt we all know is a buggy character, but I genuinely believe that the shield of your stopper was touched there.
That was a slightly questionable grab. Awesome Hair was able to get 2 kills while stuck in that grab as well, and that just completely ruins Vanquish. I was genuinely thinking that Vanquish was going to win that fight. HCB was super apprehensive about taking that fight after the High Noon got popped, and then they just got absolutely wiped. Half the team was left on the point, and they still took it.
Yeah, I mean, some good plays coming out from HCB. You see Awesome Hair there on fire. His Junkrat spam has really been the bane of the side of Vanquish when initiating him. We all know it can be so good on Horizon, especially if you let him stay alive. They're not doing well of getting onto the point and getting those kills that they need to. Every time it's just an ultimate standing in their way, popping off, like we saw Junk Tire the first fight. And that's a waste for the tire, only getting Mexico down. They're going to get the pin off on him though. When he loses death, if he kills, that's a good start for the side of but no. It's some good peeling from Killicam on this Moira. Doing some good work honestly on this support. Kid is going to go down and oh, that's huge.
And 3.5 minutes in though, the rally finally comes out from Kid Deadpool, and it looks like Vanquish might be able to take this point. HCB is doing a really good job of brawling them. AJ getting 2 kills at both the supports. HCB might be able to take this.
Oh, AJ10!
Oh, that's good enough, simply. Just barely able to take that out. If AJ was left alive, then he would have just single-handedly taken that.
Yeah, not quite to be for the side of HCB. If you see the point being taken in overtime, 100%, there it is on the board. Defend objective B for the side of HCB. They're changing comps up by looks like they're running a very defensive dive, which I personally really rate on this map of Horizon. You see at the top of the point, there's a beam that's moving along that you can stand on as Winston, and obviously that gives you such good advantage when diving sports. You can basically diving back and using your jump. So when Immersive flies away from you, it's pretty simple. You can just dive in, and right now, Fire is going to come out from Awesome Hair. Kiddo getting a kill as well. Risky Biz. Oh, that's huge. Risky Biz gets a good start on by times, but I don't believe it's enough. It's 2 for 2 on the board right now. Make that 2 for 3. Risky Biz on the point of his own. Risky Biz is popping up. He's gonna die. But still, Risky Biz playing like an absolute animal there.
Risky Biz just single-handedly got 4. That was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't really care. I mean, he's lost 2, but you know what? Screw it. I'll go in anyway and find 4. It's what you want as a Junkrat. I mean, that kind of very risky plays. Another day that would pay off, but it's not quite to be this time. But the possible miss going to come out from Kid. I'm not going to find anything. There is no.
That was a very
no reward. Actually, good at the point. The Diva ult is going to come out from the defense. It looks good actually. No, not going to find anything. But AJ10 getting the first killing Kid Deadpool, exactly what you want. Awesome as well finding Leonidas. Awesome is having a great Horizon here. But the fight once again is going to go in the favour of HCB.
Even through the Valk, HCB just absolutely ripped Vanquish apart. That was some really strong focus fire.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
you can just really feel the dive synergy between AJ and Mace-Kai. Like they're very clearly more comfortable with this.
I think AJ is playing very well on this map. He's winning the main tank battle against Doorstop, to say the least. I mean, I was going to say just a minute ago, if you looked at the top just about 30 seconds ago, you could see what the story was. Risky is really the only player for Vanquish on fire. He's the only one that's trying to get good work. And Siri though, the other DPS is going to get a good start. The Grabstone is going to come out from the side of the offense. He's going to find a few. But AJ10 coming back with 2 kills of his own onto the sports. Kid up finding Leonidas as well with 3 kills on the side of HCB. This isn't going to be enough, I believe, for the side of Vanquish to take. It's Kid up, another kill coming in from him. Huge play from him. AJ10 really is playing out of his mind.
And AJ just absolutely saved that point. They didn't even get the first tick off, even through all of those ults. How many ults was that? 3, 4?
I think it was 3 or 4, yeah. The Graviton coming out from the offense, they tried to use the barrage synergy with it, but AJ10 just added up it, finding both supports. And now if you look at the ultimate economy, things are not looking good in terms of in Vanquish's favour, but I mean, what do you think that the side of Vanquish needs to do to win this now? What do you think they can do to improve their game?
I think the biggest thing they need to do is they just really need to get a pick on one of the healers. I think NZR is probably the most opportune one, but even if they can just get Killer Cams, that's really big for them. They just really need to out-sustain HCB.
Oh my
goodness! The quad visor from Awesome Hair! That fight ended so fast.
It was like there were no kills. The tap fires activated. You see the Mercy heal boosting him, getting forward. Then suddenly you see the damage boost on him. Just suddenly you see kill, just in the feed. Absolutely carnage from Awesome Hair there, fighting like 4 or 5. Mace is going to put the D-bomb as an interesting usage there. I mean, I don't personally rate that using big bombs before they initiate. It's, I mean, if you find 2 kills, it gives you a huge advantage, but it's not worth, especially if you're stalling the point.
Ooh, Kid gets taken out early by Leonidas there.
That's a very good start. Leonidas is going to get the hook there with the help of the Mercy attack boost. I mean, he didn't need it to take down the Tracer, but again, he's going to get another hook. This time onto Awesome Eggs. He is going to escape with his life, however, no more kills coming in the favour of your team. This isn't what you want if you're on the side of Vanquish right now. They're not getting the kills quick enough. It's even right now, but as I say, that Leonidas is going to find a second in quick succession. Kid Up does find Kid Deadpool, but I think things are slightly going in the favour of the side of
from high ground.
That's actually huge.
This could spell the end of this stage.
MGR, how is he not dead? How is he
no
like
idea
that?
what's happened. How does no kills get there? HCB picking up the enemy and HCB is taking control of this fight. HCB just won.
Oh my.
That was an absolutely absurd stall coming from HCB.
MGR's movement there on the Mercy whilst Valking, he basically hid behind one pillar, then when the attacking soldier moved, he quickly hid behind another pillar. So, I mean, he was doing very well keeping aware of where that type visor was, but I mean, we're going to be forgetting about that right now. Look at the scoreboard, it's 1 point at least for the side of Vanquish. All is not lost for them, they can still first point hold. But right now, I think I've got to be backing the side of HCB to take this map. I mean, usually 1 point no ticks isn't enough to do this. I mean, we saw the CF Red versus Ninjas on the other side. What was it? Was it like 7-6 in the end, or I know both teams got at least 6. Yeah, 8-7. I mean, we just know that Horizon is such an attacking-based map. You see a lot of the time 4-5s, 6-5s, 7-6s, etc. But now it's going to be a low-scoring game. I mean, the best it's going to be is 2-1. HCB still have the mission to grab both points. I mean, have you still got to be backing them here?
Yeah, HCB easily has control of this map. Like, just the showing on defense was absolutely crazy. It doesn't seem like Vanquish is necessarily comfortable with what they have, at least not as comfortable as HCB is.
Yeah, absolutely. I think AJ10 is having a great game. I mean, he's been a bit inconsistent this season, but I mean, honestly, this game has been really strong for him. He's outplaying Doorstopper extremely well. I mean, there is no sign of Hastabance, there is no sign of Mega Milani, which we saw towards the beginning of the season when they would do well, and I think since they've struggled, in all honesty, Mega Milani's shot calling, I believe, is a very, very good...
Yeah, Mega Milani, easily one of the best shot callers on console.
I mean, it's not necessarily his shot calling, it's more of his mind for the game. He's got a very unique mind, which some people agree with, some people disagree with. We know certain people that really dislike it, which at the end of the day, it's a Marmite type of thing. I mean, if you're British, you understand that. American, not so much. It's the love or the hate. But anyway, we are going to be getting into this second round of Horizon. It's going to be HCB's turn to attack. Let's see if they can take this point.
Both sides have a very brawly comp too. They're both rocking that Brigitte Mace Kai's actually on Brigitte. That's an interesting one.
Actually, I haven't really seen Mace Kai on Brigitte, so I'm kind of anxious yet excited to see what this attack brings from the side of HCB. That's a good start though. They pulled him in nicely there. Doorstopper uses the Arista pull, pulls him in, the orb helps finish him off, but nonetheless the rest is going to come in, and now they're going to be initiating on the point. They're going to be even right now. Mace Kai winning the Brigitte 1v1.
It's such a slow fight. Kid Hub getting Kid Deadpool. Both healers are down for the side of Vanquish. Kid Hub's absolutely popping up. AJ winning the main tank healer yet again. I believe it's just Leonidas and their Roadhog player. Yeah, Ace Louis on point there. Just barely not able to finish off MDR. There he goes. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to take this point back, though.
Only Ace.
He's coming back, though.
He got solo shotted, I'm done. Got the board, boys. Got the board, he got solo shotted. No, they're going to be coming back.
Vanquish are actually back on point now. This could actually swing back.
That might have been a bit of a choke from Ace there. I mean, that shatter would have been great to use for these four. They're not going to be able to do it. Still, the fight is quite even here. The offensive tire, I believe, is going to be used from Kid Hub. What it's going to find, it's still not going to find anything. Here it is. It does find Doorstopper. That's a big start.
Mace Kai. It looks like only two. There we go. Finally, the rest of his team is there to get that rally. Awesome Hair taking out Kid Deadpool in that fight, and this is an HCB fight through and through. I really don't see them losing this, and very questionable trance coming from Killer Cam now.
I mean, what they're going to want to be doing here, especially if the side of Vanquish only have 1 point, they're playing very smartly. They're not afraid to take resources to make sure that they grab this point. I mean, at the end of the day, if they didn't use Transdeath, both supports could have been down, the Risky this could have got a combo off, three dead all of a sudden, and you can see people coming back if Risky managed to score, and the cleanup won't be there. Like, you just want to make sure you use Transdeath and you just slide and make sure that you are going to be able to get that leg off with that very high mana in that transcendent gives, and guarantee yourself from taking that point. And now we know that 5.5 minutes are left on the board for them to take the map.
He's taking control of his fight too.
AJ 10 on the point. He's going to finally either the exchange is going to be coming in. Hit up does get the bomb goes, but it's not going to be enough to see kills coming in for the side of Anchorage. H2 Doorstopper and Leonard's all going to find one. Killer Camp is going to get a kill, but Risky Biz cleans him up, and that is going to be a reset for the side of the attacking team of HCB.
Right at the start of that fight, HCB had very clear control, but that spawn advantage from Vanquish, just HCB very clearly was not able to deal with it.
Yeah,
I did see in that fight, Macekai was able to stun the Coalescence. That was... It was really hard to contain my side.
I didn't see that.
That was a very good play. Oh, having an early pick here. Ace Louie gets to take the right back, though. This is a free battle. Ace Louie gets down and Jeff can have Ace back. HCB again taking the early lead in this fight. I don't know if Vanquish can win with advantage, and no, they can't.
Awesome Hair with a huge pick there. As well as that, it was 2 kills up for the side of HCB. Ace Louie did get 1 kill onto, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Kid Up or it might have been Awesome Hair. I can't remember. But,
I believe it was Kid Up.
In fact, it might not be neither. But regardless, the res happened, and I mean, this really kept the side of Vanquish from getting this point here. With a body kill from Awesome Hair. He's really been standing out today. Him and AJ and Killer Cam even, he's been playing well. I mean, Macekai's been playing well as well. I mean, even MG, like all of them have had a positive showing at some stage. The support's really in for the side of HCB in terms of the cards there. But we will be right back with our second map, which will either be Ilios or Oasis. We will have to wait and see.
Cool. Welcome back, everybody. We are seeing HCB versus Vanquish Map 2. HCB was able to take the first map off of Vanquish 2-1 on Horizon. And we are seeing Oasis. Have we seen Oasis yet today? I personally haven't. I haven't been watching.
I mean, the only match that I saw was ours, because we were scrimming so much, and then Helios, yeah.
I personally have yet to see Oasis today, so I'm excited to see what these teams have in store for me. Alright. So we are seeing Oasis for, at the very least, the second time today. This is a very pharmacy-favored map, so I would not be surprised to see... Yeah, it looks like Vanquish is already getting ready for that pharmacy.
Legit, you have all this open sky for to fly around, and the point is just so open. The only point that really might not want to do pharmacy is the library. Is that what it's called? The library? Pretty sure. The one with the hole in the middle.
University, I believe is what that's called.
Library, university, learning, that stuff, yeah.
I always have a hard time figuring out which map is which on everything besides Helios.
I gotta throw that out there. No one's gonna get the joke, but I had to say it.
5,
so.
4.
And we are not seeing the pharmacy from Vanquish, HCB rather. And they're fairly weak to pharmacy, actually. They do have the Sombra and the Diva, but I don't think they're going to be able to deal with it, at least very efficiently.
Yeah,
nice
no, already they're getting a bunch of damage from into the point, and
just got absolutely shredded out of that Diva mech. Macekai just finishes him off almost instantly as well. And this is super HCB centric. They're playing that mega health pack right next to the point, and it looks like Vanquish is just getting out of there, yeah.
Vanquish
some focus fire coming from HCB this matchup.
Yeah, no, they coordinated well. They all moved onto the point first. I think, yeah, Vanquish may have wanted to fight outside the point, but they didn't really take that initiative. But alrighty, they're getting the first pick on the MGR veteran. Poor man going down. We got a 5v6 going on, but Leonidas losing his life as well. But Ace is just trying to keep this in their favor. And this might be Vanquish's.
Actually losing this fight, yeah. Vanquish should be able to take this, at least if they play it well. The stall is coming from AJ fairly well. The Diva Bomb does come out, they really need that bubble gun, and he is able to pick up Magicord with that Diva Bomb. He is kind of struggling in his duel, however, and they were able to stall just long enough for HCB to come back, and Vanquish was coming back, and they just instantly turned right back around.
Wow.
That was a fantastic stall coming from AJ and Macekai.
Nope, just Chuck Testa. Well, they're going to try to regroup here. We got 3 ultimates, almost 4 if you count Magic Cords, coming into the point here. Probably looking to smack some people around with Doorstopper.
It is a very strong ult economy advantage coming from Vanquish's side. Like, very strong. All they really have coming is EMP and then Total Lesson, so they both got popped almost instantly in this fight. Risk is able to pick up MGR veteran. Kid Hub takes out one, Macekai takes out one, make that 2 for Kid Hub. And that's a fight almost instantly won by HCB. Vanquish is struggling very hard this matchup.
At least they didn't use, or they just used the Junkrat ult for that. I mean, they lost the fight, and EMP is such a strong ult that HCB was just able to collapse on it really well. But we got 10% left in the match, and we got 3 ults ready to go. Risky Biz is actually switching on to the Diva right now. Soundberry does come in from Magicord trying to get the initiation on there.
And almost instantly as well, so that value from that speed boost got taken out immediately in this fight. And it's just a very slow brawl on the point right now. HCB does have the advantage because they do have that fancy pass, so Vanquish is not getting anything out of this. Soundberry does get popped out. HCB is taking control of his point now. There's the Primal Rage coming from AJ. And finally one person goes down. Magic Card gets taken out by AJ's Primal Rage. Awesome Hair does get taken out by Leonidas. And there's 2 picks, or 1.5. There's 2 picks from HCB. Tackvisor does come out. That was an incredibly fast Tackvisor from Ace Louis. And I don't know if HCB is going to be able to sustain this.
I think they got it. Honestly, AJ's going in, cleaning up everything in the fight. He's got a whole bunch of health left to work with. No one's really focusing him at all.
Kid Hub is absolutely doing work as well, and there's the C9.
That was actually great.
Jeez. Kid Hub actually popped off on the point.
They're working really well together. He individually they're performing well as well. AJ is staying alive, he's harassing everyone, he's not taking too much damage, and that could be the fact of Vanquish not focusing him as much as they probably should, but regardless, they're doing great, and they might pull out some triple tank here.
And we're seeing telecam on Ana, actually. Not many people play Ana in this community. Well, it is console, to be fair. But I personally really like Ana gameplay, so I'll be excited to see him stay if he does.
And it's not, even when a good Ana does show up, it's hard to get good value out of that, just solely on a lot of your teammates aren't used to playing with an Ana. And that could be a practice thing too. Regardless, we're gonna need some
Hub takes Ace Louis out as well. Doorstopper winning the main tank duel finally. Kid Hub yet again popping off all these final blows in this kill feed on Kid Hub. Doorstopper able to take this out. Kid Hub does go down. Vanquish is going to be able to take this point back.
Honestly, the stall from Ace Louis with the Dragon Blade when people are worrying about him, even if he only secured the Diva mech, I think it was a whole lot of value there. And Vanquish does have this point now. They have 3%. They have. Oh, he got killed before he got another point. MGR veteran did. He was able to touch.
Diva mech kill on MGR there.
This could be Vanquish's time. The game is definitely not over.
Mace Kai just barely not dying there. He does finally go down to Ace Louis. Kid Deadpool picking up Kid Hub. The kid battle. AJ just about back in time, not quite there.
Dude, the principal's gotta come. These kids are fighting. We need to stop this. Man, Vanquish gonna get that second round there. We're gonna go into round 3 on Oasis, and then we might even see some Blizzard World today. Which
would that be the first time that Blizzard World gets played today? I've just seen a ton of 2-0s and actually a surprising amount of forfeits today.
Oh, we definitely saw Blizzard World on the other side.
Oh snap. This is Twitch 2 now though. Twitch has enveloped all things and
this is everything too. Nighthauer is just breaking the mold today, I see.
I know. Nighthauer is that dark horse underdog.
Round 3. Capture.
Regardless.
Yeah, that's what we're say.
We got a pharmacy coming out from HCB side.
We will get a very strong pharmacy map. Just a ton of airspace for this part, man. And HCB takes the early point control, but Vanquish, it looks like, wanted to get where they were. Ace Louis does go down early, and Kid Deadpool is completely caught out of position, just completely alone near jump pad, but no follow-up there for AJ. And he's just getting bullied around now. Leonidas takes out 2, and that's a Vanquish fight.
Mace Kai's on Pharah.
I didn't notice that. He does take out Kid Deadpool in the duel, however, and HCB might be able to take control of this fight again.
I mean, the Pharah presence is almost enough in itself, because you just have this fly buzzing around your head, and you just know you gotta get rid of it. Mace Kai's gonna get stuck by the Pharah. What?
Stick?
I've never seen a stick onto a Pharah before.
I think that's the second time I've seen it personally. I've seen it in the highlights a lot, but never personally.
Wow. Kid Hub here though is gonna get some poking, trying to build up this pulse bomb, which he already has, JK. Gonna see find a target for that.
Awesome hair on off tank. It's kind of awkward. AJ does go down very quickly there. No follow up on his dive there. He was able to get rezzed almost instantly by Killicam. Magicor does have sound barrier ready and completely wastes it in the barrage. And this is easily HCB's control. And that barrage just absolutely ripped this control straight from Vanquish's hands. Man.
Man, that's crazy. Mace Kai doing surprisingly well on Pharah. Never seen a man play Pharah before, but I don't know, he has a man of many talents.
Man of many talents.
Not seeing a whole lot of change from Vanquish's side. We got 4 ults on the board, if you count Primal Rage. And there's a Diva Bomb coming in already. Not gonna find anything, unfortunately landed in the hallway. Not a whole lot of area to hit.
Speaking of Diva Bomb, here comes Vanquishers. Does get a hit marker, not able to finish off Mace Kai. Ace Louis was able to finish the job, however.
Ace going in right now with that tactical visor. Really wanted to clean this point up. 3,
I guess
think,
you can call that 3.5 because of Diva mech.
Yeah.
That was actually a very strong fight coming from Vanquish. It looks like they're finally used to each other.
Yeah,
all that struggle was not in vain.
Vanquish had a rough start, but they've really adapted to how HCB plays, and now they're actually contesting them as a team.
And speaking of as a team, HCB just completely comes together on Ace Louis there. Very big dive. MGR was actually a complete waste of the sound barrier there. Some Tracer trades. Tracer was able to get Kid Deadpool, but not before he dies by the enemy, full spawn. And Vanquish is in control of kill feed here. Mace Kai was able to trade Diva mechs, and it looks like, yeah, HCB just wants out.
Not to mention Mace Guy's the one that actually got Kid Hub killed. He flew with the stick mech.
Oh, I didn't actually see that.
It's kind of funny. But Vanquish might have this. If anyone's not going to be able to touch, AJ's going to jump into the last second though at 98%.
He does go down almost instantly, however.
This might be Vanquish's point.
Yeah, it looks like Vanquish is going to be able to
pulse bomb.
Not quite able to finish Ari's skills as he was able to get in his neck just in time. He is down though, and he finally gets taken out of the neck. He was way low for way too long. But now he does pulse bomb, awesome hair, very well timed pulse bomb. AJ is back in the fight now, so they do have that maintain presence. Finally, hastily able to get that beat neck out of the fight. Awesome hair is back in, however. Killicam wasn't able to get that rev. I'm surprised he was able to get that for free. And Awesome Hair is just having a really hard time right now. Just dying over and over again, even through the reses. And Jared just barely hanging on. He is able to get that sound there and not able to get on point.
AJ was like right next to the point, probably not realizing he wasn't even contesting. But Vanquish is going to take Oasis. We're going to some Blizzard World, ladies and gentlemen.
How exciting.
Mace Kai, if part of this play of the game was him flying into Kid Hub.
No, it's a crab neck.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was this thing. Look at this, look at this. The discipline from AJ comes in as soon as that blows up to Earth Shatter and kill everything. That was a great angle, great timing. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Make sure to go get... Oh yeah, Born is the game leader. He was born to play this role. I do not apologize. Hey. You're the chosen one.
What do I do? What do I do?
Blizzard World, just hit Blizzard World and start.
Okay, okay.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And just for fun, turn gravity to like
50%.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody want to take casting? Just me and Max still.
Let's get some
I
board
like
in here.
having the same pair doing the entire series. If one of you wants to stop, then you can. But
no, that's fair.
Well, let's go then.
Plus, you
I
guys
don't have the radio voice.
What was that, Gold?
I said you guys are doing a great job.
Why thank you.
So why stop you now?
Yeah. I personally have never casted Blizzard World, so I'm excited.
Plus, to be honest, I haven't been watching.
Thanks. Thanks for telling that on stream.
He's in the party, but you know.
I was eating.
Dude, both. You can't watch and eat at the same time.
Yeah, that is fair.
Go fam, dude. I have to go with the fam.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. What did you say?
Have you casted Blizzard World before?
Probably. I mean, it's not a situation where like, oh, I've never casted this before. Well, we haven't seen a whole lot of Blizzard World, to be fair, too, on AGL.
Yeah, Blizzard World is a very rare map, at least to see on stream here.
Or AGS, or whatever we're calling it, due to legal matters.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Attackers
Like the word
whatnot.
league. What? That's the word. I can't. Okay, understood. Regardless, we have kind of a kind of a death ball thing with the Junkrat McCree. Junkrat McCree is probably one of my favorite defense comps in general.
It's very
DPS
strong
wise. Yes. Now just replace that Zen with the baguette. You're good.
Yeah, perfect. The perfect anti-dive.
Yes. Regardless, we're gonna see what Vanquish does.
I'm kind of surprised to not see
It's very divey.
the Moira actually. It just seems like a stronger healer duo for what HCB is doing here. Vanquish did actually fall into HCB's plan here. They are diving, so HCB does have at the very least the comp advantage going into this first fight. And Blizzard World always, the first fight takes absolutely forever to happen. Finally, Acelui gets an instant pick on Awesome Hair. He does right back. Killicam just barely couldn't survive. The Mercy Pocket wasn't there, and both supports getting taken out by Leonidas here. This is easily a Vanquish fight, almost no sustain coming from HCB now. And just as I say that, AJ, Macekai, Kidhub all get one each. And AJ able to bring Kid Deadpool back. AJ does go down, and it looks like Vanquish might have control back here.
Macekai, will you reload, please? Mace, what the hell?
Oh my god.
He like hooked and like punched and... Okay. That was a roller coaster of emotions.
That was a very back and forth fight there. I love fights like that.
Wow.
And Ace Louis does have Blade ready. That was a very quick Blade. GitHub is just about there for the Riptire as well. And just as I say that, GitHub gets taken out. Caster Curse.
Caster Curse.
And Vanquish does have control of the high ground here, and it looks like, wow, MGR is able to get that res up for KidHub, and it looks like he's gonna get dove almost instantly. KidHub, no! Oh, and the follow-up there from HCB just barely keeps KidHub alive. There's the Blade finally. Awesome Hair gets taken out, and Awesome Hair takes out Ace Louis rather. KidHub did Riptire there as well. That was kind of a questionable Riptire.
That was actually really high value, high noon there, taking out that Dragon Blading.
Yeah, that was very high value, high noon. Macekai was able to get a little bit of card progress there. This team just went forward and died. This choke is actually a very hard choke to get through against a comp like what HCG has.
It's a hard choke to choke.
What?
Like holding, never mind, whatever. They got a Mercy Genji on the top row. They're gonna... Vanquish is trying to figure out what they want to do here, kind of poking, trying to find a pick.
Very spread out on the side of HCB, it's kind of awkward.
Leonidas and Ace Louis gonna dive the supports, but KidHub's got the peel there. Shatter coming in.
Ace is able to get Killican and MGR Veteran. Ace Louis just pops both the supports in very rapid succession. Vanquish takes control of this streets phase.
Yeah,
this is a fairly short payload point, so it's not very uncommon to see just one fight happen on the streets phase, at least one fight post capturing the first point.
Now when the point got moved there, I had like totally forgotten about it myself, and it's much more difficult to defend. KidHub's gonna take down Kid Deadpool early, Kid fight again.
Killican is kind of gonna waste trans here. He is able to get a few assists off of it, however.
And this is all blue.
Very strong fight there by HCB. I did not expect them to just take control fast.
HCB have definitely shown up out of nowhere sometimes. It's just like, oh, we're gonna get the point now. And, oh, you're like, okay.
Okay. Hey,
whatever you
see that point?
Just make...
That's ours now.
That's, oh, okay. I would like more warnings in the future, but you know. Regardless, KidHub on the Tracer now, is getting really close to that pulse bomb already.
It's a very slow regroup coming from Vanquish.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy.
They're gonna dive in right now, I believe.
We got 4 ults from Vanquish and almost 3 from HCB.
That was about 40 seconds wasted there, just waiting for that Diva mech though. Ace Louis looks like he's just about to pop Blade here, probably gonna focus those supports, and it looks like I lied, he's just getting on the payload to try to get it close. And the reflect kill from Ace Louis. There's the Blade coming out. He is able to pick up the Zenyatta, and there goes MCR Veteran.
Oh my gosh.
Ace Louis is absolutely bullying these supports all Blizzworld.
That's the second
and it looks
time
like he's actually going to be a stall coming from HCB. That Primal Rage is going to be able to bring back at least one. McCree is back in the fight. Awesome Hair trying to take control of this point. Zenyatta is back now as well. It looks like HCB is going to be able to take this back.
Man, HCB, they have decided it's their point now.
Here comes the Diva Bomb, and the double Diva Bomb! Both supports keep dying at the same time. How is HCB gonna keep this going? There it goes. Finally, Vanquish is gonna be able to take that. The Diva Bomb is able to save this point for Vanquish. And one thing I find interesting about Blizzworld is you very rarely see a complete push. Like, I cannot remember the last time I saw somebody complete this map.
This is actually a very well defensive point for those who spawn here. You got high ground, you got flankish. possibility, but it really depends on who uses it.
That is a very good point. You really don't see attackers use the high ground very much on this point, just because it's not that accessible. You could only really feasibly get a Widow up there that would actually be able to use it.
Yeah. But looks like we're in a death ball kind of area. I think the